energy and effort throughout the night. Do you agree with that? And if so, what do you think led to this performance?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bad energy. No flow on the offensive side of the ball, which is draining energy. We just couldn't get it going and start the game.
When you can't get in that flow to start a game, are there any ways you think you personally or the team can kickstart the offense and kickstart that energy?
Just get to the paint, I think. Touch the paint and see what happens from there. I just think we were a little too slow in getting in all our actions. And they also put the center on twin again and mucked it up a little bit. They were leaving the corners, helping, leaving guys open for threes. And then they came down and shot 51 threes, so yeah, it was a draining game. It's hard to get something going on offense, and then they come down and just free flowing and shoot threes. And everybody knocking down shots. It would be demoralizing. It was tough. It was tough to play, and you gotta give them credit for coming out here and sticking to their identity and playing their game, making shots. But it's on us tomorrow to come out with better sense of urgency.
You kind of talked a little bit about that just now, about teams starting to put centers on men more or big men on men more. Is it just a matter of more ball movement or player movement to kind of combat that, or how can you kind of adjust to them playing that defense?
Put the ball in 20 hands more, make them a screener sometimes. He's confident, knock down the shot when they beat him over there. We're just trying to utilize that gravity a little bit more. When you got guys playing off and you can set screens and guys get open shots that way, you can drive and dribble handoff. So it's stuff we still got to work on, and we're all figuring it out.
What's the message from the coaching staff, but also in between you guys as players in the locker room after a game like this? How do you balance wanting to take a result like tonight seriously, but also not wanting to overreact to one?
Yeah, just got to play. So we got to play harder, play with a little bit more sense of urgency. Be more aggressive and get to our offense a little faster. They shot 43% from the field, but they got 51 threes up and they had 20 offensive rebounds. Because they got 50 threes up, and those long rebounds, it's tough to rebound sometimes when you shoot so many threes, But that's their game. That's what they stick to. That's how they play. Even if they're not making shots from 2.9, the amount of threes that they get up, they're going to find some points, So, and we only made 11 of them. They got up 30 threes, So, play a little faster, get to our stuff a little better. Not hesitate on shots, shoot them, go from there.
Hey, Kevin, what do you feel up to this point? What do you feel like is the identity of this team?
I feel like we're a defensive, versatile defensive team that's really good at offensive rebounding. And we try to create points in different variety of ways each night. You never know who's gonna come up and knock down shots and be a key factor for us. But some nights is Reed, some nights is Barry, some nights is me, Alpy, Twin, Tari. I think we do it by committee on the offensive side of the ball, but we hang our hats on the defensive end and offensive rebounding.
Reed talked about just going through one of those stretches, whereas talk whether you don't see the shots falling you see a young guy getting his first real playing time on the team with the expectations you guys have. What's key to kind of not allowing the shots going in or out to kind of dictate just your confidence in your approach on a night-to-night basis?
That's just the name of the game, to be honest. I know we like to talk about fighting through missed shots and still being mentally locked in when you miss shots and not playing well on offense, but it's tough. When your role is to go out there and make shots, and sometimes we don't make them, you get down. But for the most part, you feel confident because the ball's gonna come back around to you, get another chance at it. But sometimes when you don't see that opportunity again after you missed a couple, then you can spiral a little bit mentally. So the more minutes Reed plays, the more opportunities he gets to shoot the ball, the more confidence he'll get. The makes and misses will start to figure themselves out, but just the more reps on the floor that he gets, the better he'll get.
Boston face guarded you heavily. Eno was talking about how he would like to see a little bit more movement from you when that happens. How would you assess your response to that kind of defense?
I mean, a lot of the times, I mean, I was spacing in the corner, you know. Alfie had it out top, Twin had it out top, setting the screen for them. But we've been dealing with that all season. I mean, when my number was called, I felt like I got the ball and got the shot up. But when those guys got the ball at the top of the key, I probably can't flash a little bit more and go set screens for them. But a lot of times I'm thinking about spacing out and letting the offense work that way. And if I get a catch and shoot on that side, then I may. But a lot of teams don't even leave me on off ball at all. They don't go to help on the pick and roll or help on my teammates when they drive in. So I'm not gonna get a lot of off ball plays. So yeah, I can flash to the ball, run to the ball a little bit more, set more screens. But a lot of times I'm thinking about spacing in the corner. I gotta get that out of my mind and just go get the ball sometime.
Is a game like this concerning to you for the team, or is it more of like you hope it's just an isolated incident where y'all can bounce back tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't get too concerned or I don't get too excited. You know what I'm saying? It's February. The high expectations being put on our team, though, I understand that from everybody else on the outside. It wasn't like this last year, you know. Games like tonight, you just sweep them under the rug and move on to the next. And this is a young team, and you know this happens. You know what I'm saying? But with our team this year, there's a lot more pressure on every game. There's a lot more pressure for every loss. You're looking to dissect the team a little bit more after every L. And every W, if it don't look right, it's still a little bit of critique with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you gotta a lot of times just focus on next day, putting this behind us, realizing that's just a part of the NBA season and not letting it get too big. You know, when we think about stuff for too long, then L's, missed shots, missed assignments, you start thinking about it for too long, then you know it can bleed over into the next game or the next possession. So, but that's what happens when you got high expectations and when championship is the only thing on people's minds, and you put a lot of pressure on yourself. So try not to let that pressure get to us.
Last one.
You mentioned Boston getting up 53s. Do you want to see your team take more three-point attempts and have a higher three-point rate?
I mean, I feel like we can definitely get more threes up. I mean, but yeah, I mean, our team is more so a paint team. You know what I'm saying? We got guys that cut really well, that can finish over the rim. We got guys that can play that short roll a little bit. They got like 6 dudes that just catch and shoot threes, whatever. 7 dudes, you know. So we're just a little different team, but I feel like we definitely can get more up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.